6:38 this morning. Schools across central Georgia spent the past week encouraging students to pick up a book for Read Across America.
But educators say building strong readers takes more than just 1 week. It takes support from schools, families, and the community. Naomi Washington checked in with the United Way of Central Georgia and attended a reading engagement event. Naomi, tell us more about that.
Good morning. At Miller Elementary School in Houston County, one student says reading is already a part of her daily routine, and educators say those habits can make a big difference, especially in the early years. On a blanket outside Miller Elementary, 5th grader Annabelle Rickman Lang flips through the pages of her latest book. She says reading has become a part of her nightly routine.
I usually read before bed. It calms me down, and then I really like to read Harry Potter.
But her love for books didn't happen by accident. Her mom, Shannon Rickman, says reading was something she worked hard to encourage early on.
When I was a kid, I really struggled with reading. That was something that, I didn't find joy in. It was really difficult for me. So I've read to her since she was a baby so that she would have a love for reading, and I feel like it's really worked.
Educators say that kind of support at home can make a big difference, especially in the early years of a child's education. Sherry Flagg with the United Way of Central Georgia says students reach a major milestone by 3rd grade.
Learning to read prior to 3rd grade, you're decoding, using phonics, those kind of things. But when you hit that 3rd grade, you're learning more to read through comprehension.
Flagg says there's also a common misconception about how reading skills develop.
I think the greatest misconception about child literacy is that reading is a natural development, just like speaking, and it's not. You have to have an explicit, systematic instruction for reading to occur.
Which is why educators say creating time to read, whether at school or at home, can help students build habits that last far beyond the classroom. Flagg says students who are not reading proficiently by 3rd grade are 4 times less likely to graduate from high school, which is why programs like Read United focus on tutoring students early.
All right, thank you, Naomi. The United Way says that Read Across America Week, they reached more than 5,000 students.
They had 135 volunteer readers in 17 schools across Bibb and Houston counties.